Hey everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about 6 things that you should not do on your driving test. In this video, I'll be going over 6 simple things that you should avoid at all costs. Now let's get right to it. The first thing on this list is speeding. You should not speed on your driving test. Now, generally speaking, 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers, even 3 kilometers an hour over the speed limit is generally acceptable, and you probably won't lose any points for doing it as long as the weather conditions are ideal. But if you're driving in the rain or if you're driving in the snow, those weather conditions are not ideal, and therefore you should decrease your speed, and you shouldn't be driving the speed limit if the weather conditions are not ideal. So once again, the first thing on this list is do not speed on your driving test. The second thing that you should not do on your driving test is rolling a stop, okay? You should not roll a stop. It's very simple. We've all seen it happen. People get their license, and 2, 3, 4, 5 months down the road, the good habit of coming to a complete stop goes out the window, and they're rolling stop signs and rolling through red lights and so forth, okay? With that being said, on your driving test, you should absolutely make sure that you come to a complete stop whenever it is a situation that causes you to need to stop. For instance, a stop sign or a red light. Come to a complete stop. Do not roll a stop on your driving test. It is literally one of the worst things that you can do. The third thing that you should not do on your driving test is drive distracted, okay? Don't pull out your cell phone while you're driving on a driving test. It's a horrible idea in itself, but it's an even worse idea to do it on a driving test, okay? Don't blast the music. Don't get into deep conversations with the driving examiner. Don't drive and say, wow, look at that beautiful house on the driving test, okay? The driving examiner wants to see and know that you are absolutely focused on the road, that 95+% of your focus is on the road in front of you, okay? So the third thing, once again, is don't drive distracted. The fourth thing that you should not do on a driving test is change lanes in an intersection. Now, it doesn't matter if you use all of the proper lane changing procedures, okay? You put your signal on, you check your blind spots, you check your mirrors, you maintain the right speed, you change lanes smoothly. If you do it through an intersection, it's dangerous. Make sure that you are well before or after the intersection if you want to change lanes. And also, be sure that you know the safe lane changing distance where you live. There are also some legalities around it. So be sure that you know how many meters before an intersection or after an intersection you should be before you change lanes, okay? So make sure that you do not change lanes in an intersection. Number 5, the fifth thing that you should not do on a driving test is make a mistake when parallel parking. Now, you shouldn't be making a mistake when you are parking of any sort, but parallel parking seems to be the type of parking that causes the most mistakes with regards to driving tests. So that's why I placed that one on this list. I would recommend practicing parallel parking until you can do it like 10 times in a row without making any mistakes in various situations, uphill, downhill, on a flat surface, and so forth, okay? So do not make a mistake when parallel parking. And on a side note, don't make a mistake when angle parking, forward parking to the left, to the right, reverse parking to the left, to the right, any parking at all. And last but not least, the 6th thing that you should not do on your driving test is not check your mirrors or blind spots. I've seen it happen many times. I've heard stories of people failing their driving test or losing points on their driving test because they simply make turns or switch lanes without checking their mirrors or blind spots. Now, it's probably anxiety or nerves that are kicking in, and it's not a bad habit, but make sure that you have it drilled into your mind that you should be checking, your mirrors and your blind spots whenever it is appropriate to do so. Lane changing, turning your car, parking, pulling away from the curb, and so forth. Make sure that you're checking your mirrors and your blind spots whenever you have to check them. And that's basically it. In this video, I've gone over 6 things that you should not do on your driving test. These errors are commonly done on driving tests. That's why I wanted to go over them in this video, and I really hope that you avoid them at all costs. Good luck on your driving test. I hope that you get your license. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.